Last Saturday, I hosted my first ever event in Providence, Rhode Island, and it was a lot of fun. We had about a dozen people come out for a form clinic that I put together. It was actually the first one of these that I had ever done, and over the hour, I walked people through basically a mini speed workout, and we talked about aspects of form that runners should really keep in mind consistently through their training and the type of things that they should implement into their weekly training on a regular basis to constantly be improving their form. And when you improve your form, you get faster. When you get faster, you improve your form. The two work in tandem. And by running with good form, you're able to run more efficiently, reduce your chances of injury, which allows you to stay more consistent. And when you stay more consistent, you get faster. And when you get faster, you tend to enjoy running more. And it's all a good thing. At the beginning of the form clinic, since I really didn't know most of the people who showed up, I asked for a show of hands on a number of different things. And I asked, I'm going to name off a technique. If you do this regularly, put your hand up. And I just wanted to know who I was working with here. So the things I listed off were, do you regularly warm up before working out? Or do you just go right into it? About half the people said they warmed up. I asked, do you regularly perform strides, short sprints of about 20 to 30 seconds at about a 9 out of 10 effort? And focus on your form when you do this. And again, about 50% of people put their hands up. Interestingly, not necessarily the same 50%. I asked, do you do strength work regularly? Strength and mobility routines specifically to improve your running? And a few hands went up. And lastly, I asked, do you follow a schedule where you alternate between high intensity faster days and low intensity slower days? And about 50% of the hands went up. These are all techniques that if you incorporate into your training on a regular basis, you will improve. If any of these things I mentioned you're not currently doing, performing a warm-up routine before your workout or race, performing strides, performing strength routines, or following a training plan with clear high to low variation from day to day. If you start consistently doing any of those things, if you add that to your weekly routine, you will improve. So it was cool to see about a dozen different people there on the day. Half of them had maybe tried some of these things, half of them were doing them regularly, the other half weren't. But nobody really put their hand up for every single thing. So no matter where you are with your training, there is always some supplemental techniques that you can improve to become a better runner. Let's talk about me, I guess, for example. I'm pretty good about doing my warm ups, I'm great at doing my strides, I'm great at alternating between easy days and hard days. I personally have never been super good about regularly doing strength. I know this is a area of potential improvement for me. So it's something that I try to pay attention to. Try to think about, for me, I'm not super motivated to do my strength work. I would prefer to run. So for me, how can I add this into the routine and actually make it consistent, make it fun, and make it something that I benefit from? Something that I used to try to do was do a fairly lengthy strength routine of about 20 to 30 minutes twice a week. And I would do this on my harder days. I found that I typically skipped it because I was already running so much and just kind of busy with the rest of my life that I didn't want to then do like another half an hour of strength. Instead, now what I'm trying to do is just maybe 5, 10 minutes of strength after all of my runs. And so far, that's working. It's easy to just do a few minutes in lieu of stretching when I cool down. And if I'm ever feeling short on time, I'm happy to just run 1 mile less and instead do about 5 to 10 minutes of strength at the end. So, of those things that'll improve your form, things that'll get you faster, warm up routines with form drills, strides, strength training, and high low training plan. Where can you improve? Which of those can you incorporate more regularly and see benefit from? Just something to think about. This has been Coach Chris, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.